Welcome to GMN Tutorials. In these tutorials, before we begin our main lesson for today, please remember to subscribe and share this video so that even other people can be able to access it. In today's lesson, it is based on calculus, and we are going through 2020 internal past paper. The question reads: find the equation of the normal to the curve y is equal to x to the power 3 minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 1 at the point -1, 2. First of all, we need to rewrite the given equation of the curve, which is y is equal to x to the power 3 minus 2x to the power 2 minus 4x plus 1. Thereafter, we need to differentiate this given equation of the curve. Now, how do we differentiate the given equation of the curve? For instance, you have been given the equation of the curve saying y is equal to x raised to a certain power, for instance a there. As we differentiate this, we are going to do it this way: dy dx. We are differentiating y with respect to x as a term which is being differentiated. So the power there comes down, multiplying the coefficient what is here. So it will be a comes down there, it drops and comes down there. It multiplies with the x there raised to the power a. Now to the same power we subtract by 1. This is a desired differential for this equation of the curve. Now let's apply the same concept to our given equation of the curve. So our dy dx here is equal to, this 3 will come on top, will come down here, will drop down here, will be 3x to the power 3. Now to this power, which is 3, we are going to subtract by 1. By doing so, we have differentiated x to the power 3. We apply the same to the next variable, which is -2 here. Now, this 2, if it comes down here, it multiplies what is here. It is going to multiply this 2, multiply with the -2 here, we're going to get -4. Then we write the variable in this form. Then to the same power which was multiplying with what was in front here, we are going to subtract by -1. Similarly, -4 here, which is here, when you differentiate -4x, it will just become 4. Reason being is that when we differentiate, for example, you have been given the equation of the curve y is equal to x, just like this. Y is equal to x. We're differentiating this with respect to x. We're just going to say dy dx is equal to 1. Differentiation of x is just equal to 1. No need to struggle. Yes. Then differentiation of a constant like here is 0. Differentiation of any constant is equal to 0. For instance, y is equal to 1000. When you differentiate this, we're just going to say dy dx is equal to 0. So whether you put 0 or you don't, just the fact will remain the same. So just don't include it. So therefore, we're going to do the same. So here, which is the power, 3 minus 2 will be 3 minus 1, it will be 3x squared minus 4x minus 4 there. So there are the 2, which is 2 minus 1, we are going to have 1x, which will be left here. Thereafter, passing through the point -1, 2. On this point, we're just interested in the variable or the value of x for us to get the value of the desired gradient. So we're going to say dy dx, which is same as gradient 1, is equal to 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. Then we substitute in the value for the point from the point where it is passing through the value of x. So it will be 3 minus 1 squared minus 4, like that, minus 4. We evaluate -1 squared, it is 1, times 3, it are going to get 3. -1 times -4 times -1 are going to get +4 minus 4. This and that is going to give us 0, and our answer we are going to get 3. Now this 3 is our first gradient. Since the question is saying to find the equation of the normal, for us to find the equation of the normal, we need to find the gradient to the normal. Now, how do we answer, or how do we find the equation, the gradient to the normal? It is found by using this formula. Gradient 2 is equal to -1 over gradient 1, like that. This is the required formula to use. So we substitute in. Gradient 2 will be equal to -1 out of 3. So this is the gradient of the normal. This is the gradient of the normal. Now, for us to find the equation, we're going to apply this formula, which is commonly used in mathematics. Y minus y1 is equal to gradient 2 x minus x1. y1 and x1, it is a point through which the curve is passing through, which is -1, 2. So this will be our x1, y1. Then from there, we replace or we substitute throughout the equation. Y minus y1, which is 2 in this case. Put here the gradient, which is -1 out of 3. Thereafter, put x minus this minus is part of this equation. Please don't get confused. Then for this variable x, it's the one that is possessing -1, so we're going to replace -1 on that x, like that. From here, we're going to say y minus 2 is equal to -1. It is multiplying with the root of what is inside here, which is x. Now, before we go any further, we need to substitute, we need to multiply here, we need to remove the brackets. So we're going to say -1 times negative times -1, we're going to get +1, like that, or divided by 3. We're having an equal sign here, then we're going to divide this. This is same as over 1. Then from there, we're going to cross multiplication here. So meaning that what is here down is going to multiply with what is here. Then this one is multiplied with what is right there. So 3 is going to multiply with that. Then -1 times this. If this one multiplies throughout here, you are going to get the same results. Now let's put more attention to this -1. -1 times what is here, it will be -x. -1 times -1, +1 here, we're going to get -1. From there, we substitute, we multiply also through here, we are going to get 3y minus this 3 times -2, -6, -x, -1. Then from there, at this point, we need to correct, we need to put terms which are having variables on one side, and also numbers on one side. Take for instance, I do it this way, 3y, then I take this negative x, as it crosses an equal sign, it becomes positive, plus x. Then here it is negative 6. Once it crosses an equal sign, it becomes positive. So it will be 6 minus 1. So our desired and expected equation of the normal to this given equation of the curve, we are going to write just 3y plus x is equal to 5. This is our required equation of the normal. Please remember to subscribe and share so that others can also gain the same knowledge from GMN tutorials. Thank you for your time.